Compass FM. It's time to have a chat with Mari Black, Mayor of the Hurunui. Kia ora, Mari. How are you today?
Oh, good morning, Kerry. I'm very well indeed, thank you.
Excellent. She's been pretty busy in the Hurunui at the moment, in particular, almost in your neighbourhood too there, Mari. Can you give us the latest from the Waikari Valley fire? Have you had any briefings recently?
My final briefing was yesterday about 3 p.m. and my understanding at that point is that things were still monitoring a couple of hotspots that they were concerned about. But, I just want to acknowledge the amazing support that Fire and Emergency New Zealand, actually our range of volunteers from our local brigades, but actually from Fire and Emergency from across the country actually were there in support to fight this or contain and control this 300 hectare blaze across tinder dry farmland. So amazing people, and coupled with that the welfare centre people locally in Waitara at the hall, truly exceptional individuals really, just making cups of tea, making sandwiches, making sure everybody was fed and watered, and it's so special to see communities looking after each other in time of crisis, So yeah, just a big shout out to everybody. It was just, it was a scary fire.
Absolutely.
It was a very scary fire.
Is there any news on how it started, Mari?
Look, I don't have any intel around that. There is a lot of stories, but I'm not. I don't know, and I'm not prepared to make any statement around that because I don't know the truth, and I don't know, and I haven't got that information.
Okay.
But I guess the overriding message is that whilst we had varying reports of sort of 5 to 10 mils of rain across the district, which was so welcome on whatever night it was, Monday night, was it?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday night, 4 o'clock in the morning, we heard the rain. It was just fantastic. But it's not really a game breaker as far as, the criticality, I guess, of the tinder dry conditions. So everybody still needs to be vigilant in regard to the hazard of fire and just look after, protect our community in that regard. Until we get a little bit more autumn rain or we get a change in temperature, where that the vulnerability reduces, I guess. So it is my overriding message because the fear in the people's faces, whilst their homes were not close to the path of the fire, their stock were out on those paddocks up on the hill, just the sensitivity of life was there, without people being in absolute danger, except the fireys that were up there probably 4 or 5 metres away or whatever they were, and trying to contain and control that fire when it was at its absolute worst. So,
absolutely, yeah.
People were amazing.
With the
really proud of the community.
With the amount of volunteers, you quite rightly point out that would be absolutely lost without our volunteer firefighters all over the place. So if I can move on to the credit rating, and now a large number of councils are under threat of a downgrade because of deteriorating finances.
Yeah.
That includes, we're talking about Tauranga, we're looking at Wellington, maybe New Plymouth, Dunedin. How is the credit rating for the Hurunui District Council at the moment?
Yeah, so councils can individually go through a process to get a credit rating, and they talk about a AA or a credit rating. Our council have never gone down that process to get that classification. Because it does cost a lot of money to do that, and but without that, our council was facing debt that has been exacerbated by the huge capital work program that we've undertaken to make sure our water supplies were up to spec within the regulator's requirements of tomato ROI. So we've done a massive investment which has pushed our debt ratio out. And so over the next 10 years we do have a plan to bring that back down again to an acceptable level. But, without having a credit rating as such, as Mayor and elected members, we are acutely aware of that debt to revenue ratio that we're facing at the moment. Okay. And as we head into long-term planning and setting rates, households are at a critical time as well. So we always, when we consider these cost implications, we consider the impact on individual households, because that's where we expect to get the support and our rates paid from. So, it is, we're all in this together, and our council, like every other council up and down the country, will be looking at their debt to revenue ratio.
We are all in this together too, and sometimes we feel as if we're all alone, and you've got an event, or the Hurunui has got an event at the Main Power Amberley Pool this Saturday. Have I heard it correctly that you, Murray Black, Mayor of the Hurunui, are going to be jumping into the Amberley Pool again? You and I have this habit of doing this sort of thing. I'm not going to be taking part of the I Am Hope swim that's taking place this weekend, but you are. Tell us about it.
Yeah, look, the Amberley Fire Brigade have taken the lead on this, and working in collaboration with the I Am Hope Foundation, which is Mike King's foundation, which is looking to raise funds for young people with to support through mental health. They provide a whole range of wraparound services. So they asked if I would swim the first half hour. So they're doing a 24-hour swim, starting at 12 o'clock on Saturday, finishing 12 o'clock Sunday, continuous swim. And so, yes, I've been back there practicing, Kerry, to make sure that I can swim for half an hour. So I won't be jumping in. I'll be doing as many laps as I can in half an hour. So That's pretty cool.
That's absolutely fantastic. Big applause to you, considering that I could possibly swim from one side to I can actually go from one end to the other. But that's about it. You've seen what it takes out of me when I jump into water. It's absolutely horrendous. So well done to you, Murray. And so from 12 o'clock on Saturday to 12 o'clock on Sunday, 24 hours, I Am Hope swimming at the Amberley Pool. That's absolutely wonderful. Murray, that's all I've got. Have you got anything else? Yep.
Can I just say one more thing? And this is coming up on between the 4th and the 8th of March. And I understand that there are 3 schools in the Hurunui already hopped in to do this, and they are Hamner Springs, Waikari and Leaffield. But it's about encouraging people to walk or wheel to school. And there's a whole week focusing on walking or wheeling to school. So I guess that's your scooter or your bike or your whatever. And parents should be involved in that process as well. So, I guess if we think about, that little bit of exercise and, chatting with your children on the way and making sure that you give safety messages around rail crossings or road crossings as you're doing that walking or wheeling. But I thought it was a good wee promo to encourage everybody to do that for all of the safety reasons, but all of the good things that can come by just chatting with your children on the way and returning home from school every day.
Absolutely. Murray Blake, Mayor of the Hurunui, thanks so much for coming on to Compass. We'll have a chat to you again next Wednesday.
Good for you. Have a great week. Thanks, Kerry.
Compass FM.